So you really think that you're going to get that closure that you deserve, right? I'm sorry to say that you're not going to get that, because if you were supposed to, you would have gotten it long back. And if you have been waiting for it, I think it's high time that you move on. Because it's your ego that wants the closure, and it's okay to not get one, and you can still move on with peace. Because at the end of the day, what matters is the kind of closure that you're ready to move on with, and it's not the one that you get it from the person who hurts you. If at all they knew that they have hurt you, they would have come and already told you that I'm sorry that I have hurt you. And it's not easy, because everyone has their own kind of ego to come and tell you that, oh, I'm sorry that I have hurt you. No one is going to come and tell you that, right? Now that's a long process for them to realize that and come to that point. And by the time you're going to move on, and you might have forgotten it, and the day they come and say or apologize or come with that closure, you don't need it anymore. That's how it works. Because what you're not looking for is what comes in, right? And whatever that you're desperate for will not come in. And that's how it works. Okay, it's kind of like the manifestation that we speak about. So if you're looking for it, what I'm trying to say is you need to change the perception of your thoughts, not wanting them to change, or wanting their perspective to change. That's never going to happen. You have to change your perception of your thoughts, thinking like, what if they lost something? What if they are in grief? What if they know what? See, the truth is, if they knew better, they would have done better. You have to come to that kind of a closure, right? It's the way they were brought up. Maybe they didn't know how to handle things. They didn't know how to handle your tender heart, right? So that's how life works. Not everyone that you think they are truly not that what they are, because deep down we never know who they are at all until they open up to us about their vulnerability. Being vulnerable is not easy for everyone. Maybe for some of you it is, but not for everyone. I realized it after a long time. I thought everyone was like me, very open hearted, open minded, just ready to speak up. No, but not everyone wants to open up because of their childhood trauma, their inner child traumas, whatever it is they have been going through. It is their story, and I think you don't have to go and trouble with it, because they have their life experiences that they have to go through and learn, right? So maybe this is your lesson that you have to learn and move on. And I think the moment you don't need closure is when you become the strongest soul in this whole earth, because everyone wants closure to find peace, but without finding peace in that closure, what makes you stronger? The moment you realize it, it's the biggest lesson ever that you get in your life. So don't look for closure. What you need is peace of mind, not knowing what the other person needs to know. So it's okay. It's okay not to know what it is. And whatever the reason maybe they have and they are willing to open up, being an avoidant, let me tell you one thing. If they were ready to play cheap tricks, manipulation and psychological tricks to get make you a whole lot of a mess, it's okay to just silently move on without that closure. It's totally fine. Just abruptly cut off everything and just move on without waiting for any kind of closure, because you're not going to get one. And if you're not able to forgive, it's totally fine. You don't have to forgive, because after all that they have done to you, you cannot just completely forgive, and you cannot just completely forget. It's a process. You eventually will come to that point of forgiving, but ASAP you don't have to pressure yourself into forgiving anyone to find that peace. You have to live with it. At times it's gonna pop up. This hurt is gonna keep coming again and again, but going through it is what makes you much stronger. And if you are in this phase of getting wanting this closure, wanting to move on and let go, you will. You will. Yes, it is going to take some time, but the change of your perception will make it faster. That's what I said. Give reasons, pity that person. The best thing is to pity that person to move on, because you are way more better than them. Way more. I'm not joking. You are just way more better than them. And if their cheap tactics is what they are, right? So you don't have to mirror them. You don't have to go for any kind of revenge. Just peacefully move on, because that makes you a high value person. That's it.